Hey UCF, my name is Hector Valle and I am a social worker in Orlando, Florida. And I'm also a C5, C6 quadriplegic from a spinal cord injury that I got when I was driving my car back in 1982. So yep, I'm 35 years post-injury. Adaptive sports, and what do I love about them? Well, presently right now, I'm looking to put a team together here in Central Florida for power soccer. One of my best and most relaxing recreational activities that I enjoy doing is fishing. Now, it took me a while to get that pole together and figure out exactly how I was going to do this, but it's come together quite nicely. So everybody at UCF and at IASRAW, enjoy your day.
What I take out of the water skiing is just the freedom of being on the water and, you know, not having the limits of the chair to control you.
The feeling that we get from doing this kind of a program is beyond anything.
When I water ski, the feeling I get is just the adrenaline, is the rush of cutting outside the wake, you know, being slightly out of control, but yet being in control.
A lot of people helped me while I was growing up, and I couldn't have competed without their help, and it just feels right to help. Yeah.
Water skiing to me was freedom.
Instantly loved it. Like, it was, you get to go fast again. We don't get to go fast in chairs too often anymore.
To see people grasp that, saying I've got it, that's so important and so cool.
We have probably been on this site as You Can Ski 2 since '96. Anna Bryan Satterfield came in and was renting the house, and we started skiing here with her. 2015, Ann passed away. 2016, one of our volunteers ended up buying the house, and we restarted the program under the name Ann's Angels. The purpose of Ann's Angels is to provide a water ski experience for individuals that have not previously been able to experience this type of sport or this type of freedom that they get out here with us. The reason I do what I do is because of Ann. She called me up one day around 1998 and asked me to get involved with her program as a driver. I did the driving for a year, and I pretty much just fell in love with what we were doing and how we were doing it, and kept on asking for more and more and more, and I learned more and more and more, and as I got further into it, it just became part of my life. When Ann passed away in 2015, none of us wanted to end, but we knew if we didn't do something, it would end. So I decided to recreate the program, name it after her, and move forward with it. And now we're going into our third season as Ann's Angels, and moving forward with all of our programs and advancing all of our programs, which is a great thing for us and for everybody that we work with. The feeling that we get from doing this kind of a program is beyond anything. Everybody that goes out in the water has a smile. Even if they're scared to get out of the water at first, the smile comes within 15 seconds of leaving the dock. To give somebody that type of joy and feeling, and to find that independence outside of a wheelchair or their crutches, is just something, you can't explain it. It is that thing that makes life worth living.
Hello, my name is Grace Quantock. I'm from Wales in the United Kingdom, in Great Britain. I'm a disabled woman living with multiple autoimmune illnesses. I've used a wheelchair since I was 18. I've been riding paradressage and adaptive equestrian sports for several years. There are so many benefits, including physical, emotional, mental, even spiritual benefits. In modern society, horses are no longer free to roam. In an unsafe world, many women, including myself, feel unable to move freely. Riding can allow us to access areas that women with mobility disabilities cannot reach with accessible aids. Riding can increase strength and confidence. Together, horses and women can create possibilities neither can access alone. Normally, I can only go where a wheelchair can go, or where my carers can carry or push me. But with a horse, together, we can explore further. Woods, hills, country lanes, and go places that I couldn't go alone. I'm not being pushed by someone. No one is taking me anywhere. I'm in partnership with my horse, and we adventure and explore together. I am sending my regards to all of those attending the IASRAW event today, with best wishes and hopes for good times. Thank you. Bye.
Hey, this is Hector Del Valle. I'm at the Greater Orlando Spinal Cord Injury Picnic that we do twice a year at Blanchard Park. This is my good friend Sabrina. Sabrina, tell us your name and tell us where you're from.
Oh, my name is Sabrina. I am from Leesburg, Florida.
Okay, great. And tell me a little bit about your injury.
I'm a C7 quadriplegic due to a car accident 18 years ago.
Wow. Mm-hmm. And tell me a little bit about do you play any adaptive sports or recreational activities?
I used to play power soccer. It's been about 8 years since the last time I played, but I was doing the power soccer. We went to tournaments. We did go to the Olympics. We didn't have enough money there at the time, but we did go travel Georgia, Alabama, and do tournaments.
So are those some of the benefits you feel you receive from being involved in adaptive sports? Can you talk a little bit about that? What are some of the benefits?
The benefits, it's fun, you have fun, and it's you travel, because I haven't traveled to different states before, so it's fun to travel, get to know new people, and get to know, stay in different hotels and have fun. So
that's cool. Awesome. Thank you so much for being here today. Thank you for being involved in our event. Hey everybody, my name is Hector Del Valle. I am out here with one of the peer mentors at Greater Orlando Spinal Cord Injury Network. We just completed our picnic that we do every year. Melissa, tell me a little bit, tell me your name and tell me where you're from.
Well, hey Hector. I'm Melissa Vandervenay, and I live in Central Florida in Longwood, Florida. And out here enjoying this beautiful fall day at the park, and we just had a great time.
We sure did. We had a little thing on Halloween, so. But anyway, I wanted to ask you, what are some of the adaptive recreational activities that you enjoy doing?
Well, I like to do anything that is supportive of spinal cord injuries. I have gone to some different activities, the erg rowing last year in February. I actually was champion. Woohoo!
Nice.
I work out at a adaptive based training facility called CORE that's in Longwood. That's phenomenal and has helped me get a lot stronger, helped me lose weight. It's been great for my attitude. Keeps me much looser with less spasms, so I love doing that. I do get outside a little bit, walking my dog, which is interesting to see me around the neighborhood with the dog tethered to my wheelchair. But that's,
Thank you so much, Melissa. That's what we're looking for. We're just trying to share the word about adaptive sports, recreational activities, but the key there is wellness and taking care of yourself.
Absolutely.
So thank you so much for participating in this.
Thanks, Hector.
Hi, I'm Amanda, and I'm from Longwood, Florida. When I was a senior at Lake Mary High School, I was a passenger in a car accident. I broke my neck and am now a C6 quadriplegic. Before my injury, I danced competitively for 11 years. So when I got home from the hospital, I found outpatient rehab to not be very challenging and started researching other recovery options. And that's when I found an activity-based recovery program in California called Next Step, and I loved it so much, my mom and I brought the program back to Florida in 2009 and opened Next Step Orlando. Next Step Orlando is an adaptive gym that offers one-on-one training with activity-based trainers, and it is the only Christopher and Dana Reeve Foundation Neuro Recovery Network community fitness and wellness affiliate partner in Florida. Next Step has allowed me to collaborate with other organizations that offer adaptive sports like surfing and water skiing, and my favorite, hand cycling. So my advice to anyone that's newly injured is to get involved with adaptive recreational sports or get involved in an activity-based recovery program as soon as possible, because it's the best thing you can do for yourself.
Hey, this is Hector Del Valle, and we are just wrapping up the Greater Orlando Spinal Cord Injury Network picnic that we have. We have 2 every year, and I am here with Scott Porter. Scott Porter is one of the advocates here in Central Florida. He's also one of the United Spinal Association's, are you one of the reps now for United Spinal here in Central Florida?
Leader.
Chapter? Excellent. So he's a chapter leader for United Spinal Association. Scott, we just experienced the picnic a little bit. Next Friday we'll be at UCF, and we did a little collaboration with them with the RWC Wellness Center and the Inclusive Adaptive Sports Recreation and Activities Workshop that's going to be. So it's a collaboration of both organizations at UCF, demonstrating a number of adaptive sports and adaptive recreational activities. So I hope you can join us, and if you can't, at least join us on Facebook on October 19th from 10 to 3 p.m. Scott, tell me a little bit about, well, you know, we know that your name is Scott Porter. Tell me a little bit about where you live and where you've been living, and a little bit about your injury.
I live in Orlando, Florida. I'm a T4 paraplegic, broken spinal cord at thoracic vertebrae number 4.
And are you involved in adaptive sports or any type of recreational activity?
I do a number of adaptive recreational activities. The one most people think of first when they think of me is hand cycling.
Absolutely.
And so that'll be the one I'll talk with you about.
Awesome. And can you tell us a little bit about first of all, what benefits do you feel hand cycling has brought to you?
Well, it gives me a chance to get out in the fresh air. It gives me a chance to get some cardiovascular workout. It gives me a chance to stretch my muscles out. And there's a social component to it too. Yes. I meet a lot of bicyclists out on the trails.
And for those who don't know, Scott, how many marathons would you say you do on a hand cycle a year?
I do, hundreds of marathons a year, or lately. When I first started out, I just do a few in a year, but I've gotten it up to lots.
You amaze many of your peers out here, including myself, Scott. So thank you so much for doing this. Anything that you want to share with the people that are going to be attending the UCF event on October 19th?
Find your adaptive recreational activity and do it, whatever that may be.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Scott Porter, over here at Central Florida Greater Orlando Spinal Cord Injury Network picnic. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Shayla Gaither, and I'm here representing United Spinal Greater Philadelphia chapter. My name is Shayla, and I'm from the Greater Philadelphia area, more specifically from Cheltenham, PA, outside of Philadelphia, like right across the border, in a small town in Montgomery County. I am here today to talk to you about recreational sports and just adaptive sports in general. So I have a spinal cord injury since birth from the T8 to T10 thoracic area, and through my entire life, 19 years, I've been doing sports. I like wheelchair basketball. I did it for 2 years when I was 9 to 10 or 11. I did adaptive skiing for one season. For the past 2 years, I did adaptive hand cycling, and even ballroom dancing, among other little sports. I really like sports because they give you exhilaration and speed. They're both relaxing but mind stimulating and competitive and fun. And for me, it's just a great way to be active, but also do something that I enjoy and really get a good sense of thrill and life-seeking adventure. Also, it's fun to know that you're doing something that you enjoy while exercising, because knowing you have a disability, it's hard to find good ways to healthy exercise. So sports are a perfect way to do that for me. Also, I like being active, and every person should have the ability to be able to do a sport, and so I really appreciate adaptive sports for that reason. So in conclusion, I would say good luck to everyone out here in this event, and thank you, for everyone being a part of having sports and advocating for adaptive sports. Again, my name is Sheila Gaither, representing United Spinal Greater Philadelphia, and have a great day.
Hi, my name is Jerry Diaz. I'm 31 years old. Was born in Puerto Rico, San Juan, Puerto Rico, but I've been living in Florida since I was about 4 years old, or 5 years old. I am a T10, T11 paraplegic. I can feel, and I got incomplete injury, so I got a little bit of movement and stuff in my legs. My injury, I got it April 12, 2011. I was ran over by a car, hit by one, ran over by another one, and left me basically incomplete injury, so I got a little bit of function, so that helps. The sport that I do is called WCMX, which stands for wheelchair motocross. There's no motor on the chair, but basically it's like BMX with a wheelchair, so it's kind of like skateboarding at the same time as BMX. So you ride your chair at a skate park, and it's really fun, and I love it. Benefits of this sport, I say it's helped me mentally a lot, definitely physically, and has taught me a lot of things like patience, and has given me a lot of life skills that I can actually use every day, like whether it's going down some stairs, climbing stairs, going down a curb, going up a curb, like popping them, how to do wheelies, and things like that. And that's the type of things that you do every day, or that can help you every day. Those are skills you develop doing the sport. So it's helped me a lot, and definitely mentally a lot, because it just gives me a sense of freedom when I'm at the skate park, and a stress reliever when I'm having a rough day at work or something like that, or whatever. It's just it's having sport in your life. It's really important to be active in this situation. You can benefit from it in a lot of ways, whether you do a sport or you work out or something like that. That's something really beneficial. But yeah, I just wanted to say thank you to everybody that's having this event. Hector, de Valle. Sorry for making this video so long, taking so long to do it, but yeah, it's just thank you for everybody hosting the event, and I'll see you guys soon.
My name is Najim Lawal. I'm from West Africa. I'm into basketball. I play wheelchair basketball. So I contacted polio when I was in 7 years of age. So since then, the stress has been too much on my parents. I furthered my education to the secondary level. since I lost my dad, so the education stopped at the secondary school level. So I joined the sports. Then I've been playing for my national team. So the situation of my country is not helping me physically challenged. I need someone that can sponsor me to continue my education and to play my game international level. I'll be very grateful for any sponsor. Thank you very much. God bless you.
Hi everyone, this is Sonika Dagal from Nepal, and I am a peer counselor working for a person with spinal cord injury in Nepal. I am a paraplegic. I fell down from a traditional swing 14 years back. I am involved in paraplegic aerobic sports since 2009. I have been involved in marathon, swimming, basketball, table tennis, boccia, archery, and wheelchair dance and rafting. Aerobic sports is also one of the part of awareness and advocacy in our country like Nepal. After being involved in aerobic sports, it is helping me to being independent. It is also helping me to represent my country in different para game. The main thing is that after being involved in aerobic sports, my mind is always fresh.
What is up, UCF? Thank you so much for including me in your workshop. I'm thrilled and honored to be giving you some insight information about myself, my injury, and how adaptive sports and athletics have just enhanced my quality of life as a whole. My name is Adam Lucio. It's ADAM__LUCIO on Instagram. If you have an account, please follow me. That's how I spread my message. It's how I interact with followers, answer questions. If you have any questions for me after this, hit me up on there and I'll be glad to connect with you. I'm a proud Texas native, born and raised in Odessa, Texas. I've been in a wheelchair all my life, but I wasn't born with a disability. At the really early age of 5 months old, we were in a car accident. A drunk driver ran the stop sign and hit my family's vehicle. We rolled over, causing me to be injured. I have an L3 incomplete paralysis, which is about mid-quad. For me, at least, it's right here, about mid-quad. I can feel everything above my quads, full sensation, full function. Everything below, I do not. My knees, calves, feet, I don't have any movement there. But I can't tell you much about the transition. I don't remember anything before that. Obviously, I was very young. So I don't know any of that, but I do know I got my first chair when I was 4 years old, and it's been pretty much downhill since then. I started playing, I was in the Special Olympics program around 3rd grade. I was doing that for a while, but because I didn't have any cognitive disabilities, it was a really slow pace for me and it wasn't as competitive as I liked. So I then transitioned to wheelchair tennis. I started playing wheelchair tennis 4th grade and getting private lessons, private coaching, and then I went on to play at the varsity level of my junior high and high school teams. I was the only wheelchair player there. All the other players were able-bodied, normal kids, and I just played against them. So it was really fun for me. I didn't play a wheelchair athlete until probably D1 wheelchair basketball at Oklahoma State. I went there on scholarship, and then I came back to Odessa where I'm now a tennis coach. So it's safe to say that without adaptive sports and recreational activities, I would not be where I am today. So that's why it's so big on my heart to push this movement, to push everybody to get started, because you don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is J.R. Harding. My students call me Dr. J.R. Harding, but the truth is I answer to about anything. I live and work in Tallahassee, Florida. I've been in Florida for the past 32 years. What is my disability? I'm a quadriplegic, a C5 quadriplegic. But I'm a unique C5, meaning I did it twice. Once in 1983 and again 15 years later in 1998. With the second injury, I did lose some of my abilities, but I'm still empowered and still very excited about life. Am I involved with adaptive recreation? Absolutely. I was a jock before my disability, and I still consider myself a jock. I like nothing more than competing, especially against the young people, and beating them. Right. I'm engaged in bowling, water skiing, scuba diving, swimming, sailing, flying a kite, Wii tennis, and even how about a zip line? In fact, just the other day in Orlando, I was playing miniature golf against my PCA. On 18 holes, I did lose, but only lost by 4 shots. I had a few good back shots and some other sloppy hits, but you know, if it goes in the hole, it goes in the hole. The possibilities are simply limitless. I would highly encourage all of you to be engaged. What do I gain? Wow. For me, it was a game changer. I was sitting on the sidelines of life, wondering how I could get back in, when adaptive sports opened the doors to my heart, to my passion, and to my drive. It gives me good engagement, it gives me competitiveness, teamwork, and most importantly, fun. The successes in recreation translate into success in real life. I would highly encourage each and every one of you to grab a friend and go do something fun, right? The possibilities are limited to your imagination. Let's continue to press the boundaries that show how good we are. Have some fun. Sorry I can't be down there in UCF, but I'll see you next year.
My name's David Kellum. I work for 26 Resources. It's a nonprofit organization downtown by the hospital. We help people with disabilities get jobs. We work with VR. I have been with the company, 7 years now.
How did you become injured?
I was in a motorcycle accident back in 2010. From what I recollected when I saw the bike again was the column on the bike where you turn your bike on and off, like the little black column. It slid off as I was going into a turn. So I would, like when you're on a bike, you have to lean to your right.
That you're turning?
Counter turn. So I was leaning right and turning. I was turning right and leaning left, and that grip slid off, and I guess I don't even know what I hit. I don't know if I hit the ground, if I hit something. I don't even know. Gotcha. But I hit something, and I don't know.
And you woke up and you were paralyzed?
Yeah.
Gotcha. And what's the level of your injury?
Probably went anywhere between T6 and T8. Honestly, I really never even saw the x-rays.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So, of course, next Friday is going to be in collaboration of the UCF Recreation and Wellness Center and the Inclusive Adaptive Sports and Recreation Activities Workshop that we're going to be doing at RWC at UCF Friday from 10 to 3.
Nice.
What adaptive sports? Because I've seen you around out there, man, doing some sports. Your weightlifting, I hear, is amazing. Can you talk a little bit about those things that you enjoy doing that relate to wellness and adaptive sports or recreational activities?
Well, I mean, I started off doing a little bit of hand cycling, mostly. And now I do a little more lifting, but I try not to lift too heavy because I don't want to get too big.
Wow,
but
nice problem to have.
and shout out to SOCF's CrossFit. They are awesome. I work out out there. They're
intense, aren't they?
Yeah, I mean that 1 hour will kill you.
Cut that out. But yeah, so weightlifting, cycling. You started off with cycling. You've done some weightlifting.
Yeah.
What are the benefits that you receive from these types of sports and activities?
Like I said, as you know, like the number one killer in a person with in a wheelchair is heart disease.
Right.
So
I was going to say stress, but yes.
Yeah, it just. I think it's just keeping my heartbeat up, keeping my heart rate up, so I can do a lot more things and stay flexible and do things, stay out of the house.
I love that. Focus on the healthy heart.
Yeah.
And having a healthy heart.
That's right.
And that's where it begins, because for us, with spinal cord injuries, we know that circulation can be an issue.
That's right.
We know that skin problems are an issue and stuff like that. Some of us with dyslexia. So yeah, man, all those things that you pointed out are just amazing.
Yeah.
How long have you been doing it?
I've been at SOCF for about A little bit over 6 months.
Gotcha.
So since May.
Gotcha.
May of this year. Yeah.
It's amazing. Well, you know, we pick on Mr. Kellum a lot only because he came in big, you know, already. And I'm talking muscular wise. I'm not talking, you know, big bone or anything like that. But thank you so much for being. I'm hoping you can make it. I know you might have some trouble getting there the day of the event on Friday at UCF, man. But I hope you can make it. And if you can't make it for whatever reason, David, look us up on Facebook.
Okay.
We'll be doing some Facebook chats there and stuff like that. We would love for you to just get to know the community and see what the community wants to do in regards to adaptive sports and recreational activities.
Awesome. Cool.
Thank you, David.
Yeah, man. No problem.
When I was young, the world had no reason. When I was young, the sun was my feeling. When I was young, no walls kept me breathing. When I was young,
Sun's out my bed, outside in the clear, now clear my head. When I walk down the street, I can feel that fire. Next level up top, move higher. So typical, walk invisible. Look twice, see some nice visuals. Everybody in the sound of my breath. Everybody in the town who's left. Let's go, let's move it. Let's grow and less time to prove it. Up top, can't stop the